Hi, my name's Makoto Camellia, and welcome to my debut. Now, most VTuber debuts are over an hour long, but I want to keep this short and sweet, just hit the important parts, and anything that's needed further, we'll get to in maybe future streams. So let's cut right to the chase. Stats. So, right off the bat, my height is 5'4", or 162 centimeters, more or less, and weight is 623 pounds, or 282 kilograms. That can be altered a bit, though. I should have had an asterisk there, as I can sort of shapeshift a little bit, change my form to suit different modes and needs. I can be much larger to be a bruiser, or potentially smaller and lithe to be more gymnastic-y, more flexible. Different needs call for different forms. My origin. I can't fully, really, truly tell you, as it's all very much classified, but I was initially created by a classified interdimensional time-space mainframe, situated in between dimensions that allow for travel from my home dimension to this one. Yep, can't talk too much about it. I think you're probably not ready for that kind of science yet. And my age, 0. It's right now. Look at the timer on this video. You'll know exactly my age. So I've just been born and released into the world. Congratulations, you've witnessed the miracle of digital birth. So my birthday, of course, is now, today. So wish me a happy birthday, I guess. Then again, you guys even say happy birthday on the day that you're born? You kind of wait for the next year, don't you? Time is weird. How strong am I? Well, if I put all of my might into it, I think I should be able to destroy this galaxy. Yeah. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty reasonable. And then my directive, my purpose for being here, is the enlightenment of all sentient beings. Now, it should be known that what enlightenment means for different people in different times or different cultures can be a little bit different, but ultimately, I would like to see if the beings that are in this universe are ready for the technological advancements that my kind of being presents. If you're not, it would be a little bit too dangerous to let loose all our secrets to you. So, good luck. Next slide. Likes and dislikes. Now, you could probably tell from my gi here, I do like me some karate. I think combat is a great way to understand other beings, how they think, how they strategize, and it brings a lot of emotion out of people too, so you can kind of understand others through their physicality and what they choose to do and how they respond emotionally. It's really just another form of communication. But I do enjoy my video games too, which lets me do a little bit of karate without any potential destruction. Not to mention it's a great narrative media, enjoyable pastime. I do love to eat and drink. Of course, for you guys it's a necessity, but it actually is for me too. The only reason why I have a human form is to better understand you, and a part of that is also making sure I have some limitations as well. So maybe I'm not as strong as I could have been, but that's all in the name of relating to you. And I also love the scientific method. It's through that we can find the truth in anything, and when we do make a mistake, it is that method that we use to correct for it. If you guys aren't too familiar with it or how it works, I recommend you do a little deep dive. Now, my dislikes. There's not too many. I try not to ruminate on things that I don't like. But I guess my first one, picking favorites, also shows that I'm not very good at choosing things that I do like either. I like to think it's because I just have a lot of love in me. Usually when I try to pick favorites, I can't really separate like the top 10 from each other too well. Because there's just different things that I might like about each individual aspect of each individual media, and then I just can't pick a favorite. Just like them all. But a good strong dislike is, I would say, willful ignorance. Yeah, There's nothing wrong with ignorance. So we're all ignorant of some things or other. And that's not to be confused with being like an idiot, though some of us can be idiotic in some ways, but there's nothing wrong with that either. It's when you have the capability to understand but choose not to, due to some other force of influence or belief, despite the truth being literally in front of your face, that I have a hard time with. We have to be more proactive in dispelling the kinds of mirages and illusions that are in front of us and just be open and receptive to whatever comes our way. Willfully ignoring it and being ignorant on purpose, by design, nothing. All right. Next slide. This is the artwork of Gemini X2 times 2. This is the person who created the look and design of yours truly. And I have to thank him very, very, very much. He did an amazing job. He's very kind, very patient. He does take commissions, whether they're open now or not. You'd have to check first. You can find him at Gemini X2 on Twitter, and then from there you'll find everything you need. Some of his artwork up here now. Can I get out of the way a little bit? There you go. It's cool, right? Thank you very much, my friend, for helping to build me. But he wasn't alone. There's also Hanako, also known as President Lich. She's the reason that this form can take motion and emotion. So thank you very much. She also does commissions. You can find her on Twitter and YouTube. Through Twitter, you can find more information about her, her art, and what she's able to make. She's very professional and kind, and I was just very lucky to find these two. So thank you very much, guys. Then there's what I have planned for the future. Although things are subject to change, as I might find more things or have new ideas that get me interested, and I just want to share those. But just for now, I thought, let's see, doing an advice column might be fun. Meditation stream. How many of you guys meditate? It's not as boring as you think. It's actually very rejuvenating, but you have to know how to do it. Not everyone is good at showing you where to actually start from, but we'll cover that in the future. I did mention I like to eat and drink, but I've taken to brewing tea and coffee, and also mixing cocktails. So I think there should be streams where I make those. Maybe not the purpose of a whole stream, but maybe we introduce with that and then move on into something else. I do like my martial arts and sci-fi themed games. I feel like they would fit me in my present image. It's kind of obvious, isn't it? So we're just gonna run with that. And then I separated fighting games out as their own distinct thing, because they're a very distinct genre of game. Not everyone plays them, regardless of whether their interests align with the aesthetics or not of any particular game. But it is a genre that I like. I used to be into it pretty hardcore, but now I've taken a rather extended break. I feel like I'm starting from scratch again. But this is going to be an opportunity to get back into it. So I'm excited. Look out for that. And now we're going to go on to the final slide. I know we didn't do everything that a VTuber usually does in their introduction. And this next one is probably not the most necessary, but I got a little song for you guys. One moment while I set up. Okay, all set. Yep, that's right. We're going to do a little karaoke. But I actually haven't practiced any Human World songs. Not really a singer, but I thought I would rather share some of the music that comes from my world and my language. But it's a little complicated because my language is really all digital. It's just, well, I can't say ones and zeros. It's much more complicated than that. But ones and zeros for the sake of your understanding. But so I'll have to try to translate that, not just into language. Language isn't necessary in its singing. There's just the sound. But I have to translate it for an air medium. Sound travels through air. And we don't typically need to use sound. It's really kind of data only to put it in your terms. So why don't we say we get started? I'm a little nervous because I don't know how this will sound. All right, bear with me. Here we go. Here we go. Whew. How was that? You guys like it? I don't know if that's exactly to human taste, but I did my best. I did my best. I think it came out pretty good, pretty okay. All right, so with that, we're gonna wrap up the introduction here. Please follow me, Makoto Camellia. I'll be on right now, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm gonna be starting a stream soon. Keep an eye out on the Twitter to know when streaming happens. And for when YouTube videos are posted, follow there as well. You can always hit little icons and notification thingies. You know how it goes. You all have been told this a bajillion times by other YouTubers and VTubers and of the likes. All right, bye everybody. I'm gonna end it now. Bye-bye.